Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And today, the class of 2025 Pro Football Hall of Fame finalists were announced. The 15 players were revealed, and here they are, alphabetical order by last name. We got Eric Allen, Jared Allen, Willie Anderson, Jari Evans, Antonio Gates, Torrey Hall, Luke Kuechly, Eli Manning, Steve Smith Sr., Terrell Suggs, Fred Taylor, Adam Vinatieri, Reggie Wayne, Darren Woodson, and Marshall Yonda. Now, the first timers, the guys eligible for the first time, I believe there's five of them. Kuechly, Manning, Suggs, Vinatieri, and Marshall Yonda are the five that are eligible for the first time. A guy like Antonio Gates was eligible for the first time last year. A little bit surprising to me that he didn't get in, as he is the all-time leader in touchdowns by a tight end. I actually have a series. Is he a Hall of Famer? Where I debate on if a guy is on the fence as to whether they belong in the Hall of Fame or not. Two of these guys I've actually done. Those are Torrey Hall and Darren Woodson. I concluded that I believe both of them should be in, and I don't always say that the guy should be in, but for those two I did. Actually, I'm sorry, I did Fred Taylor too. I did say Fred Taylor, I thought should fall a little bit short. Torrey Hall is someone I think clearly has belonged in for a while, but wide receiver is just such a stacked position and so backloaded. As you see, there are three wide receivers here on the finalists: Torrey Hall, Reggie Wayne, and Steve Smith Sr. This is actually the first time that Smith Sr. is a finalist. A guy who had an awesome career, mostly with the Panthers, but as well as the Ravens. But Jared Allen, awesome sack master. Eric Allen, one of the best defensive backs of the 1990s and beginning of the end of the 1980s. Terrell Suggs, another guy, former defensive player of the year. Adam Vinatieri, seen as the best kicker of all time. Kuechly, a guy who had such a short career, but was a former defensive player of the year. And we've seen other guys with short careers get in of late. Tony Baselli is one name, Terrell Davis as well. So which of these five do you believe should be in the Hall of Fame class of 2025? Now, the 10, so there was 25 semifinalists, so that group was dropped to 15. So the 10 guys from the semifinalists who did not make the finalists are Anquan Bolden, James Harrison, Rodney Harrison, Robert Mathis, Earl Thomas, Hines Ward, Ricky Waters, Richmond Webb, Vince Wilfork, and Steve Wisniewski. So which of those do you think should have been a finalist and maybe should be in the Hall of Fame? To me, Robert Mathis had an awesome career. Maybe his sack total wasn't quite high enough. I was surprised to hear that. Which Richmond Webb this year was actually his first year as a semifinalist. I mean, he's had, I believe he was like a 6 or 7 time Pro Bowler, mostly with the Miami Dolphins. So that was surprising to hear that he was a first time semifinalist. But yeah, some guys have been on the ballot quite often. Darren Woodson, one guy, he was actually a semifinalist 9 times. Not sure how many times he's been a finalist, but yes. Which of the five finalists do you believe should be on the final ballot and should be in the class of 2025? An interesting group of players, of course, well deserving, but only 5 of the 15 can be enshrined. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.